Hello Aries, welcome to your November 16th through 30th reading. This is a collective reading, which means all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising are watching this video. That means for you, because it's a collective reading, it's up to you to have the power of discernment to choose what rings true in your heart and what you leave behind. If it doesn't ring true for you, let it go. It's not for you. It's for another Aries. There are thousands of people watching this video. And when I speak of Sun, Moon, and Rising, for those of you who are new to this, Sun, Moon, and Rising are the natal chart positions of different signs. If you watch the videos for your three major natal chart positions, which are sun sign, which would be what you're born under, Aries moon sign, or Aries rising sign. Look for Google natal chart and you'll be able to put in your birth date and the time and position on the planet, and it'll give you those three things. It'll help you to triangulate your reading. With that being said, no further ado, thank you angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods, and goddesses. Thank you to our higher selves as well for being present here to allow Aries to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, divine energy. You're always welcome, and your guidance and information are very appreciated. Thank you so much for your presence. Quick announcement while I shuffle. I will be starting the daily horoscope reading membership process here soon. You shall see a release for that, sending out the notice. I will be doing a monthly fee of $4.99, and with that you'll get a daily reading collective just like these. For those of you who've been asking me to do such a thing, I am now beginning that process. So this is your here and now. This is, oh, nice, Aries. This is your relationship, love life, and spiritual life. You've got the Two of Cups there. That's amazing. And then in your career and finance, we have wonderful energy there as well. Awesome. This is your underlying energy. This is the High Priestess, and this is a new beginning. This is the new moon showing here with your heart chakra lit up like a beacon. Her head is back. Her chest is out. That's her heart leading. And her feet aren't touching the ground. So this is allowing the universe to give you that psychic guidance, that intuitive push, that you allow things to progress without your interference in our human mind, okay? Sometimes things materialize differently than we could even imagine, and our predisposition to how it should work out can cause it to be slowed down or to completely be blocked because the universe would like to go about another way. So the way you prevent that is go with the flow. And by going with the flow, what you do is you picture your goal or whatever your outcome is, best possible outcome, and you allow the universe to provide you with the way it will happen. So you just concentrate on the goal and allow the universe to guide you into the right place, or the right things be guided to you, the right people, places, and things. So a lot of times we forget that the universe, the divine, is so much more powerful and so much more informed than we are. With our little meager mortal selves, we can't see everything that's possible. We can only envision that the best possible things come to us and that we draw it like a magnet, but we've got to remember it can be even better than you can imagine. So allow yourself to have that wonderful blessing. Here we have the Four of Pentacles. Aries, this means you're very grounded and stable. It also may mean that you're kind of being tight-fisted with your prosperity, your cash flow. I always try to remind to remember it's a living thing too. It must have its breathing space. You must let it ebb and flow just like the ocean. And don't grip it so tight that you're in fear and that you're clutching it with desperation, because that changes the energy. And we want to have happy money. So here is an upgrade for you Aries folks. This is the Chariot. This is bringing in prosperity, leveling up, so to speak, becoming, having some status change. So some of you, this might be the relationship status change. It can be a financial status change. It can be just so many different things, but this is called the Hollywood card. So it's a spotlight. There's something being, you're being noticed, okay? In a big way. I was about to say the only other card for that is the Six of Wands, and there it is. So this is, if you're trying to get somebody's attention, this is all about that. The Six of Wands is being seen head and shoulders above the rest, and this is your sign. The rods are the Aries fire sign. So this is all about being seen at a higher standard, actually being on parade, a ticker tape parade, having, you know, flags flying, just, you know, your colors are in the air and it's your turn to be noticed. This beautiful, what's really standing out to me is this purple banner that's in his, well, it's not a banner, it's his cape and hat, his saddle, and the beautiful bridle and reins. This is a color of majesty, okay? This is royalty. So this is being seen, and he's also, there's a lot of purple in all three of these cards. So this is very, very good showing here. This can mean also somebody's giving you accolades, okay? Some kind of honor being bestowed upon you. This is the hero's welcome. This, I've got it in the glare, I'm sorry. This is the hero's welcome. This is the ticker tape parade being thrown in your honor as you return home victorious from battle. So the battle flags are flying, and victory has been had, and you are coming home just to this wonderful welcome of people singing your name. Now, even though all of that's going on, you're still, or maybe it's on its way and you're not seeing it yet. This is the card of feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like you can't see the profit or the victory yet. Don't despair. This is showing you the reason these three are lit up and this beam is coming in. Is it saying we're here? The universe is shining its light down on you to show you I'm still here. That's the promise of the sunrise as well. As the sun comes up each day, it's guaranteeing you a new opportunity or a new chance to continue on to the whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So this promise of this divine light is also saying, just give us a chance to get these other two things in line, and this whole thing will light up, and then it'll be on and popping like fish grease, right? So you just got to give the universe a chance to align things in your exact right. You want the divine timing. You don't want it 1 second too soon or 1 second too late. You want it right on time. So that's what it's trying to do. So some of you are finding a soulmate, or have found your soulmate and are actually in a very happy place. If this is not something that you are interested in as far as a relationship, maybe you've just gotten out of one, or you're just solo, you want to fly solo, that's great. It doesn't matter. This card still means a divine union, and what it means is your higher self and your mortal self are in union together, so you're finally in alignment with your soul. So if you are single, that's what this means. It's a soul alignment, or even it can even mean a level up in that area. Okay, so there could be an ascension happening for you, which would make sense because you have the Seven of Cups, which is blessings in abundance. Now, even in a new relationship, it's always fabulous to have an extra person, an extra set of hands. It's always fabulous to have extra paycheck coming in. Everybody's contributing to the common good or the greater good. However, there's a little adjustment that has to happen. It seems like work. There's more dishes to do. There's more food to cook. There's more, communication and compromise happening. So even though this blessing is wonderful and all of these blessings are coming in, it will mean a little bit of work to be done, and sometimes it feels less of a blessing and more like extra work. But don't allow yourself to get negative on it, because it is a blessing nonetheless. Here is the Knight of Swords. This is information coming in very fast. He is very fast moving. He's also a way maker. He clears the path. That sword can be swung to knock down vines or anything that would catch you on the way. This is also can be divine thought or inspired thought. It's fast moving for sure. Now, in your career and finance, you've got the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles means you have the power to bring in your abundance. And this is an expansion, okay? 3 from 2 is, you know, the expansion into, this always means like, not a compromise, I'll think of it in a second. Sometimes you get thrown off. This is all about growth, okay? So it is the Pentacles, which is very grounded and solid and stable. However, this is saying you have the means to bring these two unmanifested pieces in. So whatever it is that you know how to do, your skill is going to bring in the extra abundance. I also want to point this out because you also have this 4 of Pentacles and the 5. So 3, 4, 5 you have. Here is the ability to concentrate on what you're doing at the moment to bring in more money. Now, remember I talked about being tight-fisted. Well, you can't do that if you're going to clutch onto it. You see, he's not clutching it. In fact, it's probably pretty hot because it just came out of the fire, so you can't clutch it. Here's the little piece of information. If paying your bills or spending money causes you stress, please remember that by putting it out, it brings more back. Okay? I'll say it again. Putting it out brings more back. Because when you spend it, especially if you're giving it out into the community, okay, when you go to the local grocery store, you're benefiting that grocer. You're benefiting the people in your community when you're spending money locally or anywhere in commerce, okay? So that's what the great capitalist system is set on is, you know, if you spend money, everybody profits. So the people who make it, the people who transport it, the people who deliver it, the people who put it out on the shelf for you to buy it. Everybody wins. So this is about having the heart of, I'm going to put this out into the universe. I'm going to pay my bills. I owe the money. It may seem like you're paying every time you turn around, your whole paycheck is gone, but that's the law of finance. You have to put out for it to come back. So I had a great fear of having no money in my bank account because for so many years I struggled. Well, when I realized I needed to change my attitude about how I felt when I sent the money, and my intention is that I'm spending it and sending it to this company to pay my debt and for it to return to me with more. Okay? So I'm paying this to send it out into the universe to return back plus more. So if you think of it that way, it takes away the stress. I know stressful money. I've been there. Trust and believe. And I just had to find a new way to try to think about it. So that's my current attempt. Here is the Strength card. And the Strength card is about believing in the universe, the Lion and the Maiden. The Lion is not exactly who you would think would be walking at this maiden's side and being the benefit, okay? But if you think, if you can understand that the Lion has wisdom, okay? He is a king. He is a protector. He is that universal energy that's saying, I'm walking beside you. If you can keep focused on the goal, we can make it. So they're both very focused and they're staring in the same direction. They're heading in the same direction. They're working in unison, and neither of them is focusing on the fact that they should be afraid or any other, energy. All they're focusing on is the common goal between them. Now remember, also, if someone was walking down the street with a lion, you'd be a damn fool to walk out in front of them, wouldn't you? Because that lion may not treat you with the same respect as he's treating her. So this is also a very good protector for anyone who would try to interfere with your progress. Okay? So you've got to trust and believe that the universe is here to protect you and guide you and assist you in getting to the goal that you want. And obviously it's working. You've got the 3 of Wands. So here we have this expansion, definite expansion. These two have been planted and moving forward now with the new way. This is the new job. Okay, some of you are getting it in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or third time's the charm. You've got 2 3s here with the universe helping you get there. Okay, so let's see what our confirmation cards are the clarifiers. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirits, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow Aries to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, Divine. Your presence is always welcome here and very appreciated. New journeys. Don't worry about the death card. It's a good thing. I'll show you why. I know people, oh, not the death. Well, everybody has to, we all have a cycle. None of us gets out of this alive. But this isn't about physical death. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is all about an anxiety attack. So even though you know the universe is conspiring in your favor, that's a belief you must have. And you, okay, so you don't have that belief. That's, even if you weren't to have it, it's true. You don't have to believe it for it to be true, but it certainly helps if you do. The Nine of Swords is all about self-generated fear, okay? This is all coming from her. She's bent over, folded over in despair, fearing the future or fearing what's coming next. These are very opposite cards. Now, I just want to show you something because I saw this as I picked this card up. That's what's under it. This is the Ten of Cups. This is happily ever after. So, that's amazing. Here is your destiny that you're going to allow the universe to assist you with in more ways than one. It's doing it there as well. And here comes the fear that we have of letting other things be in control, because we're scared that if we're not in control, that it won't come out in our favor. Well, my dear, it will. So just realize that and allow yourself to trust. If you're going to trust anything in the whole wide world, the divine is the one. Four of Pentacles, very stable, solid foundation financially. It looks like you kind of have a little fear, so you're gripping it some. The King of Cups coming in. The King of Cups is a heartfelt offer. So, for some of you, it's going to be love. For others, it'll be a job. It is on top of the financial card, so that's kind of showing that area. But it can be love as well. So, for some of you, it may be. It may be both. That would be great. Chariot, fabulous victory, new beginning, leveling up, brand new start, okay? With the Fool on top, and the Fool is a new journey. It's a smooth ending and perfect beginning, allowing it to be seamless. The 0 in the Fool, see that 0? It's the 0 in the Major Arcana. That's its number. So when you see it, it's like the circle of life where we have the cycles, and this is an unbroken cycle, so that means you won't feel it as you step from one thing to the next. Now, there's a couple of things to point out about this little guy. A, it's a child, okay? And the reason it's showing you a child is because this is the innocence that you should begin your new life with, or your new phase. This is that, the white rose is always about innocence, and this child's heart is very new and fresh and unspoiled. So this will, well, not like a child can be spoiled, but you know what I mean, like untainted. There's the word. So allow yourself to go in it with an innocent heart without having a bunch of old stuff with you, because you don't have room in this tiny little pack to carry anything but what's important. And what's important is not a whole lot of stuff. We're born with nothing, we die with nothing. Can't take it with us. So really, we don't need much to survive in this lifetime as far as what we go through with it. And we begin again, you can begin with nothing. And this is basically saying that. Leave all the old garbage behind and start new with nothing. Start building fresh. And there's going to be a reinforcement to that down here, so... Six of Wands is the noticing somebody coming in, or you coming in as a victory, okay? The hero's welcome, the hero's return. For some of you, this is somebody returning into your life because you got the Judgment card. This is the blast from the past. The Archangel Gabriel blows his horn, or her horn. I don't know if angels have a gender. This is the judgment. I'll have to Google that. The judgment card is all about the resurrection of something from the past. So it's a person, place, or thing. It could be a friend coming in, an ex coming in or returning, or you beginning something that you thought had left, the opportunity had left and been long gone. It may reappear. Here is the Five of Pentacles, which is the beautiful energy of it's on its way in divine timing, but we're in fear. All right. So what this is about is the universe giving you the opportunity of beginning with a clean slate. So as you're waiting here, it's because the universe is sweeping the deck, okay? Just completely wiping it clean so that you can start again, which has a lot to do with this little guy right here, this Fool card, because it's going to make your way without having to be slowed down or hindered in any way. So once this comes through, even though you can't see it happening now, this is going to be coming through after this card makes the clean sweep, okay, and ends all things that need to be ended. Here's the Two of Cups, which is a divine union, either with your higher self or with a person. The Knight of Rods, which is taking action. That means it's going to come in fast, okay? He's very fast moving, and it's very passionate. He's very passionate. This is your Aries energy. You are the rods. Seven of Cups with the Eight of Cups. So this divine gift of all these blessings coming from the universe, and you saying, I want to see what's out there. I want to see what all's out there in the whole universe. I know there's lots to be had. I want to experience everything. And some of you may actually be physically moving, okay, or looking to move. Then we have this Knight of Swords, which is divine energy, divine inspiration, a divine idea, divine, or just flat out someone telling you something you need to know. And the Three of Cups, which is, again, more cups and celebration, and another three, since you've got all these threes over here. So here we have the Three of Pentacles, which I told you was all about your ability to manifest abundance, okay, through your actions and your thought process, okay. Then you have the King of Pentacles, who is the King Midas. This is sitting pretty, sitting on your money. This is a large corporation that has plenty of money to pay, or this is you receiving a very good paycheck for your efforts, okay? King Midas. We have the Strength card, which is the universe assisting you, okay? And your belief in that. You've got to continue. You've got to first believe that it's possible, and then you've got to go through the motions of taking your action with that belief as the reassurance. The very next card is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is about getting your heart's desire. This is the innkeeper. He's very content and happy. As you can see, he's smiling. This means satisfied. Your heart's wish is granted. Okay? So whatever it is you're focusing on, some of you are getting the job of your dreams. Then we have the Three of Wands, which is expansion and moving forward, looking out into the horizon. And the Emperor, which is the universe, again, showing up to say, I have your back. This is the Father God figure, the universe almighty, okay? So, Aries, it's all in how you look at it. You've got to train your mind to think of the positive and focus on what your dreams are and not being afraid to trust someone else. I know, Aries, it's very hard for you not to be in control, but sometimes we have to relinquish just a touch. I'm not saying let go of it completely, just don't have such a death grip on it. So, thank you again. Please look out for my new membership process that's going to begin soon. I love you all. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I have so much to be grateful for. I hope you all do as well. And many, many blessings to you. I'll see you again in the beginning of December. Namaste.